Once again, we are following breaking news. Vice President Kamala Harris has tested positive for COVID.
And we are told that she is not experiencing symptoms and also that President Biden is not being considered a close contact. And as we mentioned, officials say that she will follow CDC guidelines and will isolate. We're also told she will continue to work from the vice president's residence and return to the White House only when she tests negative. Harris is the highest ranking U.S. official of the Biden administration to test positive with the virus. And now let's bring back in CBS News senior White House correspondent Weijia Jiang. Weijia.
Hi, guys. So you're right that the vice president is not considered a close contact to President Biden. That's because the last time these two were together was on April 18th, over a week ago, for the annual Easter egg roll. And then they had robust travel schedules. She left for California shortly after that, did not return until yesterday. And President Biden had a lot of travel himself out west to Portland, Oregon, and to Seattle, Washington. So they were not physically in the same place, because obviously the question everybody wants to know was the last time she was with the president and whether he is now at risk for COVID-19. The White House says the answer to that is no, but certainly it is creeping closer to President Biden and the Oval Office, which is why, they have very strict protocols in place. As an example, anyone who's going to be around President Biden, including any reporters, have to be tested before that happens. And in this case, it may have prevented a close contact situation, because we know that the vice president was supposed to attend President Biden's daily brief this morning, but perhaps we can only assume that she did get a positive test result before that actually happened, which is why her press secretary says the vice president actually did not participate in any meetings or events here at the White House this morning. I think it's also important to note that on April 1st, she got her second booster shot. And we know that President Biden has also received his second booster shot. And she is not exhibiting any symptoms at this time. So we expect the White House to say that's another example of science working, of these vaccines and boosters, showing that even though people are still contracting COVID, there are weapons to use to prevent hospitalizations and serious cases. Now, back to the point that this is creeping closer to President Biden. That is true, but there haven't been any cases where he had a close contact with somebody, of course, defined by the CDC very explicitly as being, 6 feet within somebody, talking for 15 minutes or more. That hasn't happened, even though there have been many West Wing staffers, including Press Secretary Jen Psaki, the Vice President's Communications Director Jamal Simmons, cabinet members even, who have tested positive for COVID in recent weeks. They have not been considered close contacts to President Biden. But that said, we have been pressing the White House about whether they will add even more protocols. For example, the mask mandate here on campus was lifted back in February. We have asked whether they have any plans to reinstate that, given the number of cases. And the answer is always no for now, because that's what the CDC is recommending. But certainly we are keeping a close eye on how the vice president is going to be spending her days in the next few days as she, deals with this positive diagnosis. But we know for now, her spokesperson says she continues to work from her residence and wants to reiterate the fact that she is not considered a close contact to President Biden or the First Lady.
All right.